Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Harry Sky Read-A-Lee's video blog. I'm Harry Sky. This video is not going to be about stimulus related. That's why I posted the comment. Not stimulus related. So for all of you lovey-dovey people that just tuned in, this is not about stimmies or stimmy checks. So I want to tell you outright right now. I just got done with Zoom, by the way, and I got to tell you, Zoom is really good. So if you guys are here for stimulus checks, I will answer your questions in the comment about stimulus checks. But as I said to Cam and Big and Lisa, this is about mental illness right now. I think mental illness needs to be taken at precedent for a few minutes, or at least for a bit. So for all of you wondering what's going on for life, I'll tell you. So, I want to tell you that we're all good. All right. So I just finished my appointment with my advocate, trying to line up maid service. She says as long as Chloe leaves, we can get it done. So as long as Chloe leaves, we can get it done. So, anyways, I gave you guys the update for the hour one recently. I'm just checking on the comments, like my hour comment a while ago. This one's not stimulus related, but mental illness. So, anyone wants to talk, they can ask about stimulus checks. I'm just going along with the flow because, Lisa and I were talking about, so, Trish says, sorry, I'm coming in late. Well, Trish, you're more than welcome to come in now, lady. I'm still here. I mean, I had an appointment, remember? You came in when I was going out the door due to the fact that I had to have an appointment with my advocate talking about maid service and stuff. So I was talking to her about things. She was asking me about meals. She told me I told her I only eat when I want to eat. Thing is I cook a lot of good foods, but the problem is getting the ingredients for it, and that's one of the things. Hey, Big, good to see you. I got your email, man, so don't worry. I just replied to it recently. So I'm going to do a little dip tonight. I also was hoping, because I sent Chloe to get Pepsi this morning for my bourbon, I asked her if she went by the co-op. She's like, eh. So I guess cheese for dinner again. Yeah, that's what's really upsetting. Literally. Someone asked me today about it, my advocate, right? My advocate and I were talking about mental illness. That was one of the topics. We're also talking about alcohol. And I convinced her to go pick up a bottle of this. I don't ask for any help. I told her this, but I told her this stuff is good. You can see, right? Chloe said she was going to go get some more for herself. She's been drinking a bottle in her room. That's why she's been holed up in there. She wanted another bottle, but she didn't go do it. Today she decided to get Pepsi for me and whatever else for her. So, anyways, so anyways, the thing is I asked Chloe today about what she did pick up. It was just like 2 liter. So basically, she wanted me to make manicotti, right? Fortunately, this is where the topic comes into a little bit more of a mental health discussion tonight, So anyways, we had that problem earlier with the guy earlier yesterday morning where Pee Wee saying, hey, you could lose subscribers for hold on a sec. Subscribers for basically, what happened. Give me 1 second, people. Why? No, don't worry about it. I'm not in a hurry. Okay, sorry about that, people. So I had to ask about. You
want to order from China Pearl?
I don't want to order anything. I want to save money.
What do you want to eat for dinner?
Nothing. I'm not really hungry again.
I'm picking up pasta sauce anyway.
Do it tomorrow when you're out. Why run down there again? You just ran out earlier. So.
Well, wait, but then what are we going to have for dinner?
Well, you can have whatever you want for dinner. I'm not hungry.
I don't have anything, so.
Well, you have cases of ramen which will expire soon.
Fine, I'll eat the shitty ramen.
You're the one that bought it out of your own money.
Well, I'll eat it then. Even though it tastes like shit, I'll just fucking eat it.
Look, I'm not going to have you with your mental illness go crank on me right now, okay?
It's not mental illness. It's just my opinion I'm expressing.
So, you're expressing about $900 in ramen is shitty, so why eat it? Just let it go back. Don't worry. You know what? If you want to get a grinder, go get your grinder.
I'm getting fucking pasta sauce for your manicotti.
I don't need manicotti tonight. I'm not hungry tonight.
Why aren't you hungry?
I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm not.
You wanted me to get pasta sauce today.
Yeah, but you said if you didn't get it when you were out the first time, don't go do it again.
I can do it. I have legs. I can walk.
I said not to bother with it, okay? I'm not really big on the manicotti
tonight.
No, I'm getting drunk tomorrow morning when I go to bed. Nothing to do. Plain and simple. There's nothing to do, okay? Now...
You're getting an organizer here, so...
Yeah, in about 3 to 6 weeks. In the meantime, she already briefed me about that. That's why I was going to talk to these people. But
we're on our way out.
Crystal Husky, is there news? Yes, there is. The news...
I found out it's not moving. She's just...
Actually, I talked to them about that today. She is moving. So quit fucking lying to yourself. Look, I already have a list from the lady that helped me today. I talked to. She's got a list of everyone being kicked out of 20 entire apartment complexes. She said there's going to be a massive exodus off this island. So if you want to sit here and bitch to me, I'm not listening. Let me do my video, please. Crystal, sorry about that. So basically the update is they're talking that payments might come between the 2nd and the 7th. They say all remaining payments before going to paper checks or EIP3 cards will be pending. So again, I apologize, about that little argument. Thing is I don't want someone to go 2 miles to the store, just for me, literally. So any new news? Yes, like I said. The news is the IRS will basically set pending between tonight and the 7th, supposedly. I think it's a bunch of hoopla, and hogwash, but we'll find out about it. Howdy, Crystal. I'm drinking pure, straight-up bourbon, with a shooter of soda. My preferred choice is bourbon, when I do drink in the mornings. I'm not an IPA girl. I hate Indian pale ales, but again, I want to apologize. See, one of the things we were going to discuss in this channel, besides only stimulus news, Crystal, is mental illness. Literally, some people say mental illness is drinking excessively. You said you had gallstones. I had someone recently turn around and tell me. I think they said I was pointing to my pain on live YouTube one night, and they said gallstones, But anyways, again, I apologize, The thing is I... So anyways, again, I apologize to everyone here. They call it the Nebraska Drink Cactus Cooler. Sounds like something I should try one of these days. Let me see. Tequila. Let's see. It's a cooler and it's some tequila. So it's a combination of blue agave tequila and what? A wine cooler or a Nebraska cooler or some cactus cooler? Let me look this up. I'm curious about it. Actually, you know what? I'll just do this.
The mic's back on.
Hey, Google. Find me a recipe for a cactus cooler.
Here are some recipes I found.
Okay, make me a cocktail, 2 minutes. The cactus cooler, here we go. As long as it says it requires peach schnapps, sounds good to me, Crystal. Slash of OJ, sounds good to me. You know, OJ is deadly, they say. A half a cup of Red Bull. Wow, you're really getting some really stuff, huh? Howdy, by the way. And
there are 4 ingredients. You can ask for the next ingredient or skip to the instructions. The first ingredient is 1/4 shot peach schnapps.
hey, Google, find me a recipe for a cactus cooler with tequila.
Here are some recipes I found.
There we go. It's cactus cooler. 6 ingredients.
Let me know when you want to start cooking.
So tequila, orange juice, tangerine, lime juice, cranberry juice, it's a triple sec. Oh yeah, I can see myself. Shaken, not stirred, by the way. That's good to know, people. So thanks for sharing that with me, Crystal. So let's get on with the mental illness thing, okay? As you all know, Lisa thought this would be a good topic. And how much abuse people suffer when it comes to some people with mental illness. They suffer worse than others. Chloe, on the other hand, is worse, okay? And people sometimes wonder, well, why do you excessively drink? You ask. There's your answer. So, right now, I haven't had my morning dip, so, I've been up a while. So, I want to talk about that, all right? Literally, that's what I want to talk about. So I was talking to Lisa and others, and some people that are bipolar or borderline, they claim Chloe's autistic with borderline and bipolar, just a giant orange juice conundrum, But if anyone has any questions about stimulus checks, feel free to freaking ask, okay? But right now we're focusing on this because that's what I told Lisa we did. I mean, look, I've been doing stimulus checks for so long. We might have a date. It might be all smokes and mirrors, but literally we should tackle the other issues at hand here. Do you know how many people are causing a lot of mental anguish and mental breakdowns right now because they're supposedly shopping spree money or whatever hasn't come? Think about it. So many people are going online and being like, I'm going to have a breakdown if I don't get my money. Look at the one lady who literally tongue lashed me, 80-year-old the other day. Where's my fucking money? And I'm going, I could have went, Mama. Instead, I was like, oh shit, she's basically feisty today. Never seen a lady basically flip her lid over $2,800 she wants, but they're out there. I mean, look at the mental illness, for example. One guy had a kid. He kidnapped his kid, took it to his sister's house. But that's after he didn't get a portion of his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend's stimulus check, so he plugged, I believe it was her and 3 others. Plugged. Literally. It's all over in Indiana news. Guy gets plugged over, a guy plugs, I should say, 4 people for stimulus. And no one's talking about this mental health crisis we're having. While everyone's stuck at home, they're going loony, as well as other issues. So, take Moppy out, I hope? Where are you going?
Get the sauce.
No, don't. I don't want the sauce.
Why not?
Because I just don't want it. You can go out tomorrow. I'll have a piece of cheese. I'm fine.
You're not having a piece of cheese. I'll go to
Look, I don't want anything tonight. Don't you understand?
Why don't you want anything tonight?
I just don't.
What, you're not feeling well?
I've been not feeling well for months. Everyone knows I could be dying from cancer.
What is it? The conversation on the phone didn't go that well, did it?
Oh, now you want to take it out and claim it's a Twinkie eater again. Actually, it was very nice. She asked me to look for a place to find her Dutch dwarf for herself.
But, what has driven you this way, not to eat and to argue?
You want to know why I'm not eating? I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'm sicker than a dog. I've been sick for months, since October or November or whatever it is. My bowels aren't that way. Literally, I'm basically falling apart. Getting weaker and weaker, Chloe.
I'll just take them out. I gotta go to Ace tomorrow.
What for this time? You're not thinking buying a rope, are you?
No matter what I'm buying.
Well, if it's a rope, then people need to know that's not a good idea.
I'm not buying a rope. I'm using that coupon. I'm buying some supplies.
Well, fine, but you don't need to carry a backpack all the way because you're not going. I don't need anything.
Take this backpack off. The thing is, at least I tried to do something, and at least I didn't have to be yelled at for it.
I wasn't yelling at you. That's the thing. I don't yell at you.
Well, I'm not going to the co-op tomorrow either.
That's fine. Then don't do it. I can live on ramen. I told her this.
So can I. I'll punish myself too.
If I don't eat ramen, I don't eat ramen. I don't eat mostly anyways. My stomach's too basically tore up nowadays. And that ain't alcohol either, by the way, people. It's something else.
Just wish that.
Yeah, I agree with you. My husband died at 38 years old of heart disease because of the psych meds, I agree completely with you. Yeah, well, I'm, what part of Nebraska you from, hon? I've been to Lincoln. No, that's fine. Please do. What part of Nebraska you been? I've been to Lincoln. I had a doctor give me my boobs. I'd wear a sports bra, bud. You see, this is what I gotta go through. Lisa is was supposed to be here. I'll email Lisa and see if she's around. Let me see, Lisa. Yeah. I mean, literally, she wants to sit there and blame me for my not eating. I mean, literally, look at her. I mean, like 2 miles, maybe 1.5 miles to walk just to go to the co-op, right? 6:30, they close at 7. What's the point of even going this late, huh? She goes out and gets me a 2-liter Pepsi, right? She could have went to the other place, but she didn't. I mean, literally, why should she punish herself and be like, "Oh, I'm going out again"? No, don't. And then doesn't want the ramen, right? I mean, literally, we took a vote. What was it? Sunday, Monday, and Saturday, Sunday, Monday for pizza. Hasn't come out yet. Oh well. Dip time, by the way. I haven't had my morning dip. Some of you Nebraska girls are pretty good, I mean, literally. I mean, I've seen a couple good-looking Nebraska girls, Not that it matters to me being a woman and all, but I went to Nebraska a few years ago, 2016. Interesting place. 2016. That would mean my boobs are 5 years old. Maybe I need to get an upgrade after I get rid of this belly a bit, No offense, anyone here. I just had to throw that in there for fun. So, Big, what's up? Why aren't you commenting, bro? Cam's not around? I haven't seen anything pending this morning, so that's the thing. I haven't heard anything pending yet on Direct Express. You would think by now someone would post something about if it was pending, you know. So, anyways, let me talk about mental illness for a while, okay? Chloe wants to get drunk. No, what are you eating, bro? That sounds really tasty. So, Chloe wants to get drunk, right? Because I won't eat. Let me tell you why I don't eat that much, okay? When you got about 2 pallets of ramen taking up space in your own room, and she refuses, and you heard what she said, I don't want to eat that shit. Then she says, oh, what could cause me not to eat? Well, let's see. One, I live in filth, so I don't know what's healthy and what isn't anymore. 2 is everything that I bought in this freezer pretty much literally defrosted overnight by mistake because she left the door open. 3, I'm getting tired of taking care of her. Literally. Yeah, she goes to the store for me, but that's it. I gotta go ask for help from someone who claims today, by the way, you heard her. Oh, the call didn't go to her. The call went great. And I'll tell you what we talked about too, because this is my channel and I want to tell you. You know, man, I would love a garlic pork steak about now with a little side of cut greens. That would be really good, you know. And see, this is something that really would be up my alley, man. I haven't had a pork steak in a while, but I don't get pork steak, you know. So let me tell you a story. So, someone like you turns around big. I won't call you by your first name, by the way. My name's Rita, by the way. Big. So, you just know. So, anyway, so Big turns around and talks about a wonderful, wonderful pork steak. Sounds like something I would eat, you know. But guess what? We don't have pork steak. Hell, I can't even get to the grocery store half the time. Payday's coming around the corner, right? I can't even go shopping, you know. So I can't even go shopping, right? Much. So when I do try to go shopping, you know, where's that website app? Here we go. So, I understand. I was in Lincoln for about a week. You know, I had my boobs done in Lincoln, by the way. Crystal, the doctor was amazing. The care was amazing where we were at Lincoln. I've never felt so welcome there for being who I was. You know, it was just so nice, you know. And the insurance covered it. That was the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know. So my cousin Dinky emails me. She's like, "Have a great night." Really? You basically asked me what's for dinner, and you're wearing a dress, and I make a joke, and now it's like sometimes I wonder about people. I live in Washington State. Actually, I live on. I'll show you where I am. You know, not by Google Maps, but you know, unless you know where I'm coming from. It's basically a mystery from some people, but where I live, people are jealous. There's our website to where I live. If you look at the pictures, you'll be blown away. That's home. So, anyways, let me just tell you, okay? So, talking to my advocate lady, I said, yeah, I said, well, you know, she says you gave Chloe plenty of time. It's time to think about yourself, you know. So one of the things we need to talk about is getting a nudge from the management company. You know, and to do that, you need to basically be ready. So I want to tell you all, I got to get my Joy-Cons charged because I want to play my handheld device while Dad's watching a movie, and then then I'll be ready to go. So that's where I am, Crystal, pretty much. So, but anyways, I apologize to anyone, including you. So, anyways, basically, I want to share with you all, mental illness is something that's hard, literally. People sit there and they're having mental illness breakdowns, etc., over stimulus. Look, some people aren't getting stimulus, some people are, some people are murdering for stimulus. It's wrong. It's literally wrong. Everyone's basically being strung along by a string, and it's taking a toll on everyone. I mean, literally, look what you want to know why I sometimes drink? I mean, literally, let's talk about mental illness, okay? So, my friend Cactus gave me a link the other day. I've been meaning to go in and check it out, so I might as well do it today. Let me just explain it, Yeah, okay, let me just see this real quick. So I got 3 people basically following me, and not all men. What's it with these people and men? So I'm gonna click on this mental illness thingy that Cactus gave me the other day. So Cactus turned around and said, "Hey, check this out." So I'm gonna read this and see what it says. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So basically, Cactus, who was Chloe's ex-roommate, by the way, we're talking about mental illness here, not stimulus. But if you have a stimulus question, I'll answer it for you because I'm in the mood. Okay. As you can see, I'm not in the mood to drink right now. I'm actually in the mood to. Mm-hmm. Never heard of Shannon Street. Is there a Shannon Street out this way, or which island did you live in? Because there's 4 main islands, and I don't think you lived with the nuns. Huh. Hmm. Look. I don't know. Never heard of Shannon Street, actually. Hmm. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out eventually. Well, check out if you're in Nebraska. Check out Bryant Medical Center out of Lincoln. They have some good specialists. You might need a referral, but they have some really good surgeons. Oregon's got really good doctors. I mean, I can't say nothing but good stuff about Oregon. I mean, OHSU out of Portland's got some really good doctors. They have some really good stuff too. So, anyways, let me look at this mental illness that Cactus sent me. By the way, I might have to run to the bathroom soon. So it says, what is it? So it says, okay, it's a mental illness characterized, okay, attention-seeking behaviors, HPD is cluster B, personality is dramatic, excitable, erratic, or volatile. An American Psychiatric Edition, statistic mental DSM-5. I read the DSM. Other conditions include and yeah, okay, so I might send that out to my dad real quick, just say So here we go. So, something called hystonic personality disorder. Well, that's disgusting. So, one lady says this is a personality that the Trumpers have. I beg to differ on this one. This is just downright wrong. But she was saying to check that out, so I did. So I just want to let her know that I've been looking it over and talking about it, and I told Cactus Blossom I'm online. She wants to join us. There's a lot of good surgeons. You just got to do some research. I mean, let me tell you what I did for me. Okay, when my husband was alive, being born hermaphroditic was hard. Okay, was hard, and so hard that for 20 years I fought tooth and nail to get the plumbing recorrected. That's all I'm going to say. The plumbing. I finally got it done in Oregon. All right. I went to Florida. I went to Michigan. I went to Chicago, New York, other places. I don't talk about my travels. Finally, I got it done. But before I got it done, I was looking for a surgeon, and the only surgeon that was willing to take a chance was in Nebraska. Now Oregon does it. But back then, no. The doctor in Oregon, in Nebraska. So I flew to Nebraska. The doctor was amazing. Literally amazing. I could not say nothing but nice stuff to the doctor. I mean, he did good. Full C cups, right here. I'm not wearing a bra. I've been wearing this shirt for so long. People have been wondering about it. Yes, I'm in my jammies. Okay, because I don't leave my house. I leave my jammies. However, it is getting kind of nippy in here, so I might turn the heater on soon. Oh, Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln. I stayed at the just to tell you where I was in Nebraska. I was on the outskirts of Nebraska. I think there was a factory, and the McDonald's was next to the the Holiday. Was it the Holiday Inn or one of those little yellow hotels I was at? We were there for a week, and it was like 3 mile walk to the medical center, and then it was close by to the medical center, and so next to it was Long John Silver's and a Pizza Hut and a McDonald's. There was like a Dollar General or something, and there was that one place that looked like Back to the Future that sold those retro toys. I couldn't believe there's like a little shopping center going towards the medical center. And the houses look really nice there, by the way. Um, uh, Crystal. I mean, they look really nice there, but I can't remember what it was. And it wasn't a Holiday Inn. It wasn't Best Western. It was a Days Inn. Mm-hmm. A Days Inn. That's right. One of my friends I met there was a hotel manager. Very nice lady. Oregon is good for a lot. I mean, literally, Oregon was one of the beer capitals of the USA, but since the pandemic, beer is going down. But the problem with the Oregon, Crystal, is there's too much taxes. You may have no sales tax, but you have a high income tax. My family, they just got tired of it and left. They also got tired because they didn't like the being in a blue state. So they moved to a red state. So they took off in the travel trailer and the truck. They had everything in their house cleaned out, sold it, and now they're having one built in Oregon. Built in Texas. So they're in Texas now with my aunt and uncle. So, my cousin Dinky, she was here earlier. She gave me a wave, but I asked her what's wrong because she's like, well, good night, It's like I upset her for some reason, And up here in Washington, we're really known for our clam chowder and our fish and chips. Where I live here on this island, fish and chips are amazing. So, anyways, for some of you guys wondering, people ask me all the time, is this a cat? No, it's actually a bunny. And the bunny is drinking water, so he's making noise with his ball-bearing water bottle. Hi, Boon Boon. Yeah, I see your tongue sticking out. Hi, I like when I see your tongue sticking out. Hi. Everyone loves him, fish and chips. Oh, yeah, I told you about that place, Cask and Schooner. Oh, man, they got the best halibut fish and chips this side of the Mississippi, I tell you. And I've tried all the fish and chips here. However, what I think is funny is they got some of these prawns and chips aren't bad too, but they give you like 6 large prawns like this big. Jumbo prawns. I think they're like tiger shrimp or something, and they're just really long, and they cook them. So I've seen the shrimp like this big. Each shrimp, they give you like 6 long shrimp like this. Shrimp and chips. I'm telling you, it's this place called the Herb's Bar. It's like the oldest bar in Friday Harbor. The other day, I tried all the fish and chip places. Another fish and chip place that's good is called the Bait Shop next door to Haley's Sports Bar. Telling you, the Bait Shop has good fish and chips too. And they actually use the old-fashioned newspapers, put the fish in it, and they give you the chips. And their clam chowder is really good too. Gator's good too. Yeah, I've had Gator. I've had Croc too. I lived in Australia for 5 years, so crocodile was on the menu too over there. There's a little shop in, there's a couple places. There's a little shop in downtown Melbourne, Australia, that served inside a shopping mall, gator or crocodile. They also served koala and emu and wombat and wallaby and stuff like that, kangaroo. It's really good. And then if you go down to the Queen Vic Market in Melbourne, Australia, you can get that type of food too. Cook it at home. It's always good, man, I tell you. Can't go wrong with fresh crocodile and stuff, But that's the way it is, So, yeah, literally, So, remember that day you took the poll with me for pizza? Haven't got it yet, so don't think it'll happen until next week. With my luck, I'll probably be buying a pizza on payday myself in the meantime, Trying to find my coffee cup. But yeah, anyways, so And no, I'm not going to be drinking right now. Probably early in the morning or after game time, I'll drink before bed. Not beforehand. It's not good to drink in the day anyways. I like to drink right before bed. I think I was 2 hours behind on my sleep schedule today because of this appointment. Which reminds me, my husband's robe's over there, so I might just put it on. Yeah, I wanted pizza, but I don't want to take Chloe 2 miles round trip to go get pizza either. They don't deliver. That's the problem. This island, nothing's deliverable. You have to go get it by foot. And frankly, talking about mental illness, one of the things I respect is, walking. Why should someone go all the way down to get a pizza for me? It's just not worth it, So anyway, I was talking about mental illness here for a minute. We're talking about, me and this lady was talking about mental illness, and we're talking about pizzas, and she wants my help with the rabbit. So I said, sure, I'll help her with the rabbit. She's gonna help me get the organizer and the maid. I said, we've given Chloe plenty of time. Chloe won't do it. So one of the things is Chloe thinks that everyone's out to get her, and she thinks that everyone wants to put her in a group home because she doesn't want to cook. Until she wants to cook, she doesn't want to eat the year-long supply of ramen. She just wants to sit there and throw it in my face. So I've been eating it, But ramen does get tiring after all. Even though there's multiple flavors, it still gets tiring, you know. By the way, someone once invented a ramen pizza. You can Google it. Kind of sounds nasty, but just like the mac and cheese pizza. Mac and cheese pizza is pretty good. Her days are usually every days like this. That's why Lisa wanted us to talk about mental illness big. Lisa's son is just like Chloe, basically. Lisa's hoping that her son gets his stimulus check and leaves, if you didn't know. And that's why she wanted to, she tunes into my channel because it brings her comfort knowing that there's someone out there that can relate to her going through the same crap. And then people say to me, oh, well, you're not hungry, how come you're not hungry? Is it because Chloe? No, it's just my stomach's acting up. I mean, literally, my stomach's wonky. I mean, literally. Ebs, I just filled your food bowl. You don't need to toss it out. Here. There. Don't toss your food bowl around. Bunnies like to toss their food around. How was koala? I've never heard of that. Koala is pretty good. It's actually a marsupial from Australia. I'm telling you, it's pretty good eats. I mean, literally. And having an emu egg omelet is really unique, too. The emu egg omelet is just to die, I mean, if you had an emu omelet, you'd be basically doing good, So, anyways, Elisa Noka emailed me. She's a follower. She says, I really believe it's your calling to be a loud voice in this really up wilderness. Okay, well, Elisa, if you're watching my channel right now, I'm going to say, make way. Okay, a little joke humor here. Make way for in the wilderness. For one who comes after me, I am not worthy to untie his sandals. The Messiah will be coming after me, and then after me, make way in the wilderness, for the straight path will be coming, and the straight path is Christ. See? So, I just thought I'd throw that in there, Elisa. Yeah, well, some people like stews. Me, I don't mind stews as long as it's lamb stew and beef stew and chicken stew. I make a good creamy chicken stew. I don't make rabbit stew. Sorry to say, or as they call it in Germany, Hafenpfeffer. I don't think rabbits are foods. As a matter of fact, I believe rabbits are too adorable to be turned into food. I mean, if you look in the cage there, right? See my little buddy, he's eating his food. So little boo-boo there, Bun's eating his chow. Oh yeah, I love Texas barbecue too, man. I mean, the Texans know how to do it, but the best barbecue place in the entire world that's got good reviews is called Old Hickory out of Kentucky. They make the best smoked mutton, chopped mutton sandwiches, and sliced mutton you can ever have. And their mutton soup, their burgoo, is to die for. I can always send you a link too. Old Hickory, they're like the best in the world, So basically, here you go. Old Hickory barbecue. Right there. Old Hickory is like the number one place in the world for barbecue, man. I mean, I was in Kentucky for a funeral. So, I wonder, do they have any online? Can you actually order, best place in the world. Mutton, chicken, turkey, beef, chili, ham, burgoo, ribs, and pork. Telling you what. 100 years in business with Old Hickory. I'm telling you, Old Hickory is like out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Father-in-law always preaches Old Hickory. The other one that makes really good food that you can actually have canned stuff is Moonlight Barbecue out of Owensboro. They're really good too. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been to some good barbecue joints, and Moonlight is no exception. They are good. You can even shop online and have them send you food. Oh, I know. I mean, that you want barbecue, check out Moonlight. They actually have stuff they can send. Ooh, including shipping. What do you get for $209? Let me see. What do you get with this? This looks nice. My husband, 2 slabs of barbecued ribs, a whole turkey. Look at that. Let me see. What do you get for this? You get 1 pound barbecued mutton and dip, 1 pound sliced mutton. I'll tell you, that's good. Chopped barbecue sauce, and 1 slab, 18 ounces. So you get pork ribs, 3 18-ounce original barbecue sauce, and a pint of Moonlight dip. I'm telling you, that is really good. They also sell burger too. Now, the smoked turkey is really good too if you want a whole turkey smoked. 9 to 12 pounders, 2 slabs of barbecued ribs. I mean, literally a gallon of burger you just put in a bowl. 3-pound sliced barbecue. I mean, look at this. The shopping alone. The one only a Moonlight Barbecue. They actually have Moonlight right there. Oh yeah, they have a buffet there. If you're in Owensboro, man, that's where I got to try so many different tasty foods there. Literally, you can't go wrong, And if you're in Owensboro, Old Hickory, the prices are so damn good. You don't even know you're paying a good damn price until you get your bill, and it's less. I mean, you could eat there every day on less money than you can live at home. That's how good it is. I was in Owensboro, Kentucky for 2 weeks for a funeral at a Super 8 big. I'm telling you, Dad got me and my husband room. He got a room every night. It was either Old Hickory or Moonlight. We did try Old Grandy's. And we also tried a place called, my first time I got to try Sonic with their foot-long hot dogs. Let me tell you, Dad went into a gas station in Owensboro and he asked for a cork. He said, "Can I get a cork?" And the lady said, the guy, he was a great guy. He was a Kentucky guy. He says, "What do you need a cork for?" He's like, "I got to cork up this girl. First time eating Sonic." And he says, "Did she eat the hot dogs?" And he's like, "Yep. She ate 4+ foot-long hot dogs." He says, "Had the chili on it?" He says, "Yep." He says, "Yeah, that'll do it." "Nope, don't have any corks, so you're going to have to deal with their smell." Yeah, there is a buffet available. Well, at least you have a fiance, me. I don't have anyone, so people think, oh, I have Chloe, but no, I don't. Chloe's just, Chloe. So, I mean, literally. So, anyways, what happened to talking about mental illness? We're talking about food right now, man. Seems we're never going to get to the crux of the stories here, So, anyways, let me go back to the mental illness thing. So, I was talking to this lady today on Zoom, and I said, "Look, we gave 12 months for Chloe to earn a laptop. She didn't earn it. My family brought me the laptop. Plain and simple, right? Then Chloe was so angry I couldn't use the laptop for 3 weeks, so she got her own one for her stimulus. So I couldn't use my laptop. Now my laptop's here, and I've only used it twice. Twice. This one here I use all the time for YouTube, but everywhere else I haven't used the new laptop at all. I've been meaning to use the new laptop. I just haven't had the chance to use it because I'm playing the Switch when I can. So, but my gaming laptop's right there. I should just pull it up one day, fire it up, and use it. So, anyway, so that's what happened, So, but with the mental illness, Chloe's got this mental illness, right? To where she'll open her mouth. Like, for example, she turned around and called my aunt, uncles, and my cousin and cousin-in-law redneck hilljacks from Kentucky or Texas or wherever. She was angry, and again, it was like because of it. They were like, "No, Chloe's not welcome for Christmas dinner." We tried to be nice to her, and look what happened. Chloe just was furious. Furious. And then even after we didn't open presents, I had to wait till she was in the mood, like 3 weeks after Christmas, to open my gifts because Chloe wasn't going to let me open my gifts. Stimulus wasn't coming. She didn't get a laptop. She didn't get this. As soon as the laptop came, you can go open your presents. So, you know how it is. So, we're currently, I've been waiting months for this game, and I've been playing it. And one of the things I want to talk about with stimulus checks and mental illness is one of the things that keeps me going in the evening after dad time is this. So I'll play this game, and the truth is a lot of these games are trying to teach us socialism and capitalism or communism. I mean, literally capitalism, right? Think of it this way. Has anyone ever read, I don't know if it's here again or where it went, but has anyone ever read the backstory of games like Harvest Moon or Story Seasons? So let me see if I can find something. I don't know if it's in my room again or not. Something. All right, so here we go. So this is a strategy guide that's hardbound, but it's a special edition because in the back of Harvest Moon, there's a thing about games, right? So let me just show you what happens, okay? So in the Harvest Moon world, usually the beginning of the Harvest Moon series, right? You turn around, right? And lo and behold, the first Harvest Moon all the way in the Super NES here. I love this thing about the history, right? I love the history of Harvest Moon. So what happened is Harvest Moon and Marvelous had a falling out. Marvelous decided to start their game series back up, Story Seasons, because they have the rights, right? So Harvest Moon, Natsumi keeps the copyright of Harvest Moon, but not the Marvelous is the one that produced it in Japan and everything. So it's like the Motobachu, meaning ranch story, right? So in this story is you get inherited a farm, right? But in the game, you and all of them apparently, you are the farmer. So you get a shipping bin, and every day you ship your crops, okay? Every day you grow your crops from 4 seasons. Spring, which is like 28 to 31 days. Summer, the same. Fall and winter, or autumn. Now, in the meantime, while you're growing crops and putting it in your shipping bin, right? The story goes like communist or socialist. You get up, you provide the entire town with fresh produce and stuff. And then, as you do it, you go in to buy more seeds through certain people, like let's see, the seed store. You go in there and like the beginning of the first game, there's like 4 or 5 seeds, right? And that's it, and that's it, and you just plant them and grow them and harvest them and make money that way. And they give you a time limit. It's like this game, you have 3 years to restore the farm, your grandpa's farm, otherwise it becomes an amusement park. And in those 4 years or 3 years or whatever, you got to get up in the morning and harvest your crops and raise your cows and everything and send out the stuff, right? Well, eventually people started to say, hey, there's got to be more to this than this, right? So what happened? So eventually they started expanding the crops and everything else, bigger crops, mutation crops, everything else. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and you got the seed store, and then you got the restaurant where you can buy a meal, and you got this and that, but everything revolves around the farm. So You give the money to the townsfolk. The townsfolk provides you either clothing, which you got to supply all the cloth for the outfits, or you supply uh, other products, right? So eventually, you know, it got to the point where, you got crop mutations, you got different regions, you got different things, and people loved it. But thing is, you're the one that's providing all the coin. The farmers, the town lives off of your your farm. They basically let you grow the crops, you ship the crops, they eat the crops, they pay you for the crops. You work for the town. And it's a continuous cycle. So, for example, you get milking cows, you milk the cows, and you ship the milk off or you ship the yogurt off. But eventually you turn around, like in future games, like like later games, like Back to Nature's, when they started, putting in things like the cheese maker, and you pay like 30,000 coins, you get the cheese maker, and you throw the cheese into the cheese, or you take your egg and throw it in, and next thing you know, it's mayonnaise, the mayonnaise maker, and people are like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Well, eventually it expanded, to the point where, you know, um, you provide everything. So exactly, you go in the mines, you mine the ore, you take the ore, you save the ore that you want, turn it into ingots. You take the ingots and turn it into building material, and you build stuff with it. Meanwhile, you're building things now. For example, there's all these makers all over the town. I liked where you go and you buy $35,000 studio and you build the studio, right? And you walk in there, and let's say it looks like a giant pot, right? No, not like an actual pot, right? And it's like the seed studio. And you go in there and you can take some of your crops and turn it into seeds so you don't have to buy seeds. Or you go into the cheese factory and it gives you the abilities to make cheese, make mayonnaises, make butters, throw it all together in one little studio, right? Or you go into the the they call it like the textile factory. You go in there and you come in, the sewing studio. You go in there and you take your flaxseed and your cotton and you turn it into stuff. Then you have your dye pots. And then you dye pots, turn it into stuff. Then you go and you cut it into sheets. And maybe you want all gold sheets because you think, oh well, gold's good, right? Well, that is, it's a money maker. So you start making millions and bells, millions of bells. Meanwhile, they give you your own shop, say in Story Seasons, again, the DS version I play all the time. So you go to your little stall on the plaza and you put up 10 items and you leave and you go do some other stuff on your farm and you get like 2 sections of farm. And next I have like 2 sewing studios because I do a lot of clothing making and it makes a lot of money. Whereas crops are just secondary. So what's the best way to make money in the regular Story Season for DS? Flaxseed and cotton. You can turn it into gold cloth, and the gold cloth in the dye pot takes a while, but then again, then you go to the shopkeepers, that sell their wares. There's like 6 different things. I've only unlocked like 4. And you go to them and they'll sell you wares. Like you can buy dirt, right? And you take the dirt, and I have 2 of those, which is the pottery studio. So I make like cups, right? I can make cups up to 5,000 coins at a time. So I put it in there and I use the little pottery wheels, set it all up. Then when it's done, I put it in the kiln. And then when the kiln's done, I dye it with the paints. And then I put it in my backpack and I go sell it for 6,000. Meanwhile, I'm growing cotton mostly. Maybe some other crops, to get me through the winter. But, I got like 10 million gold. So it's like, oh, well, I could retire. Meanwhile, I'm working on getting my house upgraded to the bigger house. Meanwhile, we're working on it, right? So you're the farmer, you're providing. Well, in this Story Season, you have other farmers you compete with. Of course, the secret is they don't want the root crops usually, but when someone does challenge you for your field because it's like leased, you turn around and you stockpile all the gold cloth you can keep in your storage trunk and you sell it. By the time you get done, you can be making 2 or 3 million coins at one time, selling it to 4 different markets and your own store. So at the end of the day, you go back and they're like, okay, here's your crop. You get your crop, your root field for another 6 weeks. You're like, cool. Meanwhile, they're like, oh, well, better next time, really. But you want one of their fields, it doesn't work. So you got to convert some of your fields if you want a field. Maybe you want to get into honey. So you got to get the honey field or the mushroom field or whatever, But, it's the way it is now. Pioneers of all time, they give you a farm. And as you upgrade your farm, they upgrade the areas. So, it's customized. But again, it's the same thing. You provide the town, you provide all the materials, they upgrade the town and the shops, and you do everything. And they just sit back. Mayor pesters you, other people pester you. Meanwhile, you got to donate to the museum. So you're doing museum work for donations of statues and other things, and you're doing it all. So you're basically sitting there, right? And this is where they teach you in Japan saving money. I mean, literally saving money. It's like, each season you make X amount. You grow crops, and when you get done with crops, you upgrade a thing or whatever. Now, me, I use the hammer so much as a miner that I mine so much ore that I'm holding all the ore possible and turning it into, and I have all these makers around. It's like iron ingots and whatever ingots and gold ingots and silver ingots and orichalcum ingots, and just like in Skyrim, where you got all these little ingots. You got the ebony ingots and the silver ingots and the iron ingots and the steel ingots. You got all these ingots, and as you unlock the ingots, you can actually craft it as a to a level 100 Skyrim crafter. Now in Oblivion, it's like they give you repair hammers, and the only way you can actually craft stuff is by repairing your armor, and eventually you get to 100, and it's like hammers don't break. Oh yeah, great. You're working your ass off, but for everyone else, it's funny, because Skyrim's different. But here, you got the crafting ability, you got all this stuff to do, and yet you got to master this, master that, master this, and unlock stuff. It's basically like socialism in a game, So your mindset is, this way. So I do that, and people say to me, oh, well, you're already on season 3 of 4, year 1, and you haven't upgraded your log cabin to an actual house. Well, I like the log cabin, okay? I really do like the log cabin. I like playing it. I like running around on my farm on my motorcycle unlocked. I like running around different things, but I accumulate all this money. So, well, someone says, oh, you can make 200,000 coins a day. Yeah, if you know what you're doing. Me, I'm still learning. So, my thing is you make money on mushrooms. Mushrooms are a big one. Honey, they claim honey makes money, but I've not seen one stinking thing where you can actually make a boatload of honey, Good evening, everyone. This is Omen from BDS being a vet in Iraq and Afghanistan. Hey, Tactical Mikey. Hey, Ghost. No, I've been disabled since birth, actually. Crystal. Yeah, I've been disabled from birth. So, my vision's failing, my hearing's failing. I don't know where my hearing aid is. My service dog's gone. Again, he's somewhere else. I have a Shih Tzu. He's a service dog. And then I have this little guy, Boon Boon, here, my bunny. So, um, um, like I said, the game has been interesting. Hey, Mikey, seems you might be last on the list to get a stimulus check. That's what I read earlier today. Um, so, anyways, I would really love to have some bourbon right now, but I'm not going to. I just don't want to drink because the IPAs suck. Oh, that's a nice looking lady. She's like half naked. Yeah. So someone asked me, someone has asked me earlier, right? I'm on Instagram just checking it for a second. Someone asked me earlier, right? They said to me, my nickname's Admiral. They said, Admiral, why do you speak your mind on everything? Because I can, right? I can, and I do. So earlier today, right? I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, "Yeah, I'm relaxing on 90 proof bourbon." This was a morning before bed, and anyways, the joke goes, okay. I was on Instagram looking for something, right? It turns out, basically, Big, let me put it this way for Tactical Mikey's here. You'll get it when you get it. Don't predict because they could delay it till Christmas time if they wish. So, anyways, the story goes, right? I speak my mind on everything. So, like that, I was looking at Instagram trying to see if anyone sent me a message, and there's a picture of a girl. It's like semi half topless. Nice, it's like, ooh, yeah, boobs, right? Well, anyways, I speak my mind. I like women, okay? So, anyways, the truth be told, yeah, I was like browsing the internet, right, the other day on Instagram this morning because I was looking for something again. And there was a lady that was semi, I would say, more likely 50-50 and decent, right? You can clearly tell she's Russian. She's had work done on the top, implants. And I was like, wow. But my thing is, when you see a woman wearing heels and thigh highs, you're like, wow. Fortunately, a lot of trans people do that too. And a lot of the genetic women think it's a mental illness, that a trans woman wants to wear thigh highs. I mean, I've seen a lot of crap in my life, but to me, a good short skirt or a sheath dress with the right tights or stockings, yeah, to me, that's like, wow. That is just like a wow factor. But me, I'm just a conservative girl. But, I see it and I'm like, wow. And people say to me, oh, is that what your definition of what a woman should wear? Well, in private closed doors, maybe, but in public, no. Because you'd be beating everyone off with a stick with to protect that person, Mikey, I'm not getting mine yet either. That's really sad. Well, yeah, I got rid of a guy earlier today, Mikey, who was insulting me. He was basically saying I'm condoning Chloe buying booze. Chloe. You've seen Chloe, Mikey. Chloe's the type of person, no offense, that does things in her terms. She doesn't tell anyone. Some say she's got ODD, oppositional defiance disorder, part of the mental illness, right? Some say she's bipolar, some say she's borderline, some say she's autistic, some say she's schizophrenic. Who knows, right? Some say she's got the lazy ass syndrome, LAS. That's what my family jokes about, right? Just doesn't want to do anything. But the truth is, you can't tell Chloe no on anything. That's one word that will get you gutted like a fish, I guarantee you. You just, Well, I may be chilling, Crystal. The problem is I am not allowed to leave my house. I have pre-existing conditions. That's where Chloe comes in and does the grocery shopping. Unfortunately, you heard the argument earlier about dinner, Dinner is hard. Honestly, I'll tell you the problem with mental illness, all right? Some people think I'm going mentally insane due to the fact I'm stuck in here for 13 months, only going out periodically. Truth is, it's not about going insane. The truth is finding the entertainment. You either consider your apartment a prison or you consider your apartment home, right? So I consider it a home, but I also consider it a prison and I also consider it safety so I don't get sick. Problem is since the pandemic's beginning, there's only so much supplies a person can use and needs. 2 pallets of ramen, for example. I'm the only one eating it. So I'm eating it. Chloe's going and eating everything else. Hamburger, whatever, right? I've had boxed meals that I bought with my last stimulus checks and the previous one where I was living on mac and cheese and the Velveeta skillet meals, right? The skillets. Unfortunately, they all expired. Chloe was eating all the hamburger and the chicken, and then stored all the food in her room and then wouldn't let me get to it. Next thing you know, they expired. So what happened? Now we got expired stuff. Then she yells at everyone and says, well, if you think I'm this disabled, put me in a group home. I mean, literally, very combative, Let me see. I'm just seeing if there's anything from delivery, Here we go. So I could buy some of this stuff and get it delivered. So I'm just going to see. Do we have anything here? How many pages are there? 8. All right. So let's just do this. Sort by low to high. I'm just doing a little shopping. We'll talk to you guys. I got to use the bathroom soon, by the way. So I'm looking for something that is basically a skillet type meal. Little meat, little skillet, throw it all together. So I'm at a website. Amazon, of course, sold out, by the way. That's why I'm using a different store. But like I said, you have all this ramen and you got to eat it up. I also like to restock my raviolis too. So let's see. So if I order that, so I can get Hamburger Helper available, that's cool. I can buy some more of that. My Hamburger Helper went bad too. Expired. And when I did have hamburger ready for Hamburger Helper, Chloe would use Hamburger Helper that was non-cheese related and ate it all. So that's another reason why I, slowly stopped eating a lot of foods. That's what I was telling one of my friends. I don't eat a lot because, for example, we took 3 times in a row. We could have gotten pizza, because it was offered, and then never followed up, And so, and then certain things are forgetful. There's Tuscan chicken. That seems good. Just add chicken. Seems like good. Southwest chicken and vegetables sounds tasty to me, man. So, classic. Ranch and bacon. Oh, the suddenly salad by Betty Crocker. I remember that. Just a little add some mayonnaise and chill it. Do what you need to and chill it. Let's see, sweet and sour chicken. Oh, chicken marsala. Oh yeah, I'd love to have just add chicken and sesame chicken. Just add chicken and the sauce, shrimp scampi, creamy Parmesan chicken. This is the stuff I'm looking for right there. Literally. So but yeah, literally. Talking about mental illness. It's like um the young lady basically, she wants, we've given her plenty of time now. I just got to get this place clean. I just can't be having eviction looming over my head because one person doesn't want to do anything. Won't even let the repairman come in to fix the toilet. And they're like, yeah, the strong smells sometimes seeping into the neighbor's house. And the repairman's trying to figure out why. And all I can say is, well, Chloe won't let you in to fix the toilet. She doesn't trust you. She doesn't want anyone in here because the place is dirty, and I keep cleaning and tidying up in the evenings before my game time and during Dad's movie time. I'm tidying and just a continuing battle over and over and over. Cast iron deep skillet. Oh yeah, that seems cool. Good old cast iron skillets. The way you season those is you oil it, and then you put the oil in it, and then you put it in the oven, and you cook the pan with the oil in it, and that's how you season a pan. I get paid the third because I'm on actually Social Security disability insurance and Social Security survivors, Crystal. That's it. That's all I get. Well, Chloe gets paid the third too, so. Oh yeah. The PTSD alone that Mikey talked about, it's pretty bad. I know PTSD too. I mean, my therapist thinks I don't need, she doesn't know how I'm still alive with all the shit I've been through with between physical abuse as a child to mental abuse as a child and adult to sexual abuse. We won't go into the sexual abuse, but you get the idea. Being all those things as a child, my therapist wonders why I'm still around. So I'm going to slip away for a minute. You guys converse. I just got to use the bathroom. I can't hold it any longer. Should make some more coffee. I think I'm on what? Now, was that the 8 cups? Yeah, I think I had my 8 cups. Well, then I'll open the door and you can go in there. Yeah. And no, I'm not because Oh, and by the way, let me just give you a little bit of advice before I keep this shit between you and I. Oh, so dad oh yeah. Why is dad emailing me now, man? Oh, shit. This is what I hate. I hate this shit. The damn toilet does not want to go down. There we go. That Duke is alright. Here we go. What's that? More water. Alright. Alright. I'm back, peeps. So my dad messaged me about a course he's taking tomorrow. I think he's hinting at me doing it, and I was like, not interested, So anyways, let me tell you guys a story, okay? So my father-in-law is taking this course for Gnosticism or Gnosticism. I've read the Gnostic Bible. I have a copy of it myself, Peggy, good morning or good afternoon. I was typing that from my little tablet/phone with the little pin here. This is used for Skype only, so I was texting you and while sitting on the toilet because I told you guys I had to go. And as Big knew, he said blowout. Yes, pretty much another blowout. Yes, my stomach's not doing too well. And no, it's not alcohol related either. So I was talking to Chloe in her room for a second too, and I said to Chloe sat there and she said, "But Rita, aren't you worried about eating anything?" I said, "No." You see, I told her, unlike some people, I have respect for others' wishes. So if Chloe doesn't want to go down to town again, what's the point of going? I mean, look, if you're going to go to town, right, like in the video games I played at Carver Spoon, you make a run to town when you have to go to town. Otherwise, you stay on the farm, right? Excuse me for a second. The cheese is calling me, by the way. This is going to probably be my dinner again. Or anyone asks? Yes. So, anyways, I'm just going to take a small piece tonight, not a large chunk, because I really don't want a large chunk. This is organic cheese, by the way. There we go. This works. So, there you go. So, little piece of cheese. That's what I want for dinner. And the rest will be in the Ziploc bag again. So, anyway. So, the thing is here's how I see things, okay? From my perspective. if you're planning to prep, like you're a prepper, like Kimberly, right? Then you prep. Good cheese. But thing is, you prep, make sure you use your stuff. We prepped. She doesn't want to use anything. My job. Sometimes you get tired of ramen or raviolis or baked beans. I get paid if you want to get technical, Crystal, I get paid April 1st at 10 p.m. Pacific time. See, on Direct Express, you see, let me show you something. Good cheese. So, because the 3rd is a Saturday, right? The calendar is scheduled for April 2nd. Because April 2nd to Friday, when the payment schedule is set, we will get paid Thursday night. What's today? Tuesday night, which reminds me, let me tell you a surprise, all right? Right now on this, where it's Tuesday here, right? Today is Tuesday, right? You guys paying attention? So, because today's Tuesday, we're already on the Wednesday cycle. For anyone who would be pending for stimulus checks, it would roll on Wednesday. There's no stimulus check. So, in 2 hours, 25 minutes, it'll reset itself for Thursday. Now, if there's nothing pending for Thursday, Wednesday night, tomorrow night, it will be pending for Friday. You see where I'm going? So every 24 hours, Direct Express resets itself. And right now, but yeah, mental illness, like I said, is pretty hard. Where's my brush? There it is. And because of it, I got to deal with a lot every day. And I thought this topic would be good. And Lisa wanted her son's the same as Chloe. So, but I don't think her son wants to become a girl, though. I don't know. But anyways, honestly, mental illness is hard. I mean, literally, we've been working with someone for a while for mental illness. And by the way, some people that's got severe mental illness, they refuse to say they're mentally ill. They refuse to even get treatment, pointing to someone who's in their room. Literally. But, so basically, with me, I have a cold heart, all right? My heart might be failing. My bowels might be failing. It might be 6 feet in the ground in 6 months, but hear my voice. The truth has to be told. The mental illness is not something to joke around with. Some people have it worse than others, and they don't know how to cope with it. For example, I've had PTSD. I've been through abuse, sexual assault, sexual abuse as a kid, molestation, all this stuff I've been through as a kid. And yet, some people ask me, is that one reason why you drink? Yeah, pretty much. That and the fact that I miss my husband. And living with Chloe is not easy. Excuse me, that wasn't ladylike, but the cheese did it. I get all my check on the 3rd. So I get my survivor's benefits from my dad and my mom's side on the 3rd, and I get my disability insurance on the 3rd. And because I've been disabled from birth, I get everything hitting on the 3rd. Where some people get it the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Wednesday of the month. Yeah, I know Direct Express better than anyone. That's why I do these videos, Peggy. But like I said, this is about mental illness. But anyone can ask about Direct Express or stimulus updates. I'll give it to them. You asked about what? You can't be payee unless Social Security directs it, okay? Do you even know how a representative payee works? A representative payee basically does this. Social Security gets a report, Crystal. They find out your friend doesn't manage their funds. They go and bring her into a little meeting setting, and they talk to her. Can you manage money? Oh, you can. Okay. Then what they do is they start doing a selective processing of someone who's got to go through certain rules and regulations to be the payee. And then after all that's done, someone manages their funds for them. You know how it works. So to be a payee, the government's got to issue payee status, or you can request payee for someone or tell the government that they need a payee. But just to go to the bank to be a payee, it doesn't work that way. Direct Express has representative payees. I got a book somewhere on representative payees. There's a lot that goes into representative payee. It's not just like you go ahead and just get rubber stamped and by going to a bank. They actually got to coordinate with Social Security. Social Security is making sure that whoever's representative payee follows the rules and doesn't spend the person's money on their own self. And even if she got paid Friday, it's in her account, not anyone else's. So unless she needs a representative payee, it doesn't work. So unless they're severely mentally ill and they cannot handle their own moolah, payee status is really hard to get a hold of. It's like, for example, if you're severely mentally ill, and let me tell you a story about mental illness, okay? And you're severely mentally ill, and yet, for example, you're mentally ill, right? And you turn around and you say something like, here's the proof in the pudding. No sugarcoating it. This is the way Chloe lives. They could sit there and say, oh, Chloe needs a group home, but they'd have to get conservatorship and guardianship and everything else just to do it. So what's Chloe do? She hears about that word, cuts off everyone, says, fuck you, I'm not disabled, not mentally ill, right? Yet, she lives in a house where the toilet doesn't work, won't let the repair guy go in and fix it, and threatens to, gets angry at every little thing. For example, 12 months for a laptop. We're stuck in here. 12 months. Said, not going to happen. She's in her room. Room looks like a fucking tornado. Chloe basically turns around, right? Gets angry. Says, oh, we don't need a maid or an organizer. Well, my health is going down the toilet. And I talked to a lady today, right? For example, she claims she could do it all herself. 6 weeks later, where is it? Where are we at? She's sitting in her room. I'm so depressed. I don't know how to tackle this. You let the hired help come in here, which, by the way, I heard it might cost me a bottle of bourbon to do it. A bottle of bourbon to get this done. Hell, I'll give the lady 4 bottles if she can get this done pretty timely fashion, and they let the maid come in. So, story goes, right? That is the definition of severely mentally ill. And yet, the state says even if you're severely mentally ill, they still make the decision whether they want treatment or not. So unless they're under guardianship or court order, they're not going to get help. Plain and simple. You know, if I keep this up, I might have to drink a bottle of beer, which I really don't want to, but that IPA is literally nasty shit. The last 2 bottles almost made me want to vomit. But it's got to be drinking up, right? And I'm not mean. So, you see what I'm saying here? I'm glad you have my email, Big. You still with me, Big? I got a question for you via email. You know, I'm going to email Big real quick, actually, I think, before I think about popping a beer. Any pint glasses in here? Are they all washed? Ah, here it is. Return to the sender. Alright. I'm going to send Big a message if he's still on. Yeah, alright, Big. I'm going to email you. I got a question for you that might be interesting to you. So I'm going to email you now. Yeah, I love email because I can actually privately message my own moderating team and literally ask a question that no one would even think to ask. So, check your email, Big. If you haven't, email just went in. I'll get your opinion on that. It seems things are dead. I'd rather be playing my game right now. But I'm here, you know, because of this, you know, we were going to discuss mental illness, but I think this went down the toilet, you know. So I tried to reassure Chloe, being with my gold heart, saying, look, I don't want to spend money. I don't want you spending money. And I surely don't want you to go all the way to town for pizza. Or even going down there just for some chicken sandwiches. What's the point, you know? I mean, literally. You know, I really don't want to drink. 2 is not in the mood. It's not stimulus related. I guess the video's petered out. Maybe I should leave. Might be a good thing. Why torment myself or torture myself being here if there's no, you know, I am going to check Direct Express though. Their automated message system. I'm just going to play it on my computer because there's nothing pending. That's the thing. I'm waiting patiently. Yeah, 11 watching, you're lurking, no one's commenting, you see? I mean, literally, to me, you know, I'm getting tired of this. If it's not stimulus related, Big. I was telling this to Higgins the other day. Higgins says, you know, when the comments petered out or something or other, just leave. He says, you know, set a timer. If they don't talk within 5 minutes or something, just leave. I mean, literally, I'm trying to find something to do while waiting. One is Direct Express.
you for calling Direct
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. 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 Right. Theoretically. Okay. So here's the update for you all. We got an update. We're talking about mental illness. So a pending SSA deposit. 2 of them are coming in on the 3rd. So I get mine the 2nd. So we now know that there's things pending, but the $1,400 ain't pending. So I'm thinking this week's going to be a dud, but I can be wrong. Give it another 20. Anyway, so it says mine's pending, but not the stimulus. So I figured when, hypothetically, my theory was that when there would be something pending, it would be pending for a stimulus too. No, my benefit payments are pending big. Basically, my disability insurance and my survivor payments are pending. The stimulus check isn't pending. So let me correct that. Stimulus checks aren't pending. My theory is if we roll over in approximately 2 hours, 9 minutes, we're going to get the same message, pending for the regular checks. So there you go. Well, if you have a master's in psychology, does that mean you're a certified therapist? Is that what you are? You have a master's degree, so I assume you're a licensed social worker, an MSLW, I think it's called, licensed master's LS, whatever it is. So you're basically one up from a glorified social worker. You're a therapist. But you're one down from a psychiatrist and a psychologist, I assume. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Not trying to be rude to anyone, by the way. I'm kind of irritated. I've been irritated lately. Literally irritated to no end. And by the way, Peggy, you may tune in or chime in at any time, hon. We're not talking. That's the thing. I was just telling big that my gripe is that I spend hours upon hours upon hours here trying to give stimulus updates. So when I try to change the channel, again, it all peters out. So, you don't have to let other people talk. No one's talking. You got one person who's talking about pay status, Big's lurking, and no one else. So always step in. I mean, if the comments are petered out, hun, you can always step in because, eventually my rule is always comments peter out, I leave. So feel free to tell me what you think. I shouldn't be tired right now. That's the thing. I should be wide awake, but I'll tell you what's going through my mind, all right? Comments petered out. Exhaustion. Dealing with everyday crap. Deep down. Sometimes I can't express myself, it's part of my disability, but when it comes to my own personal needs, or feelings, it's like depression. One day I wake up, I have my coffee, I'm fine, get through, this, do my meeting, next thing get done with my meeting, and then all of a sudden, yeah, I know, 12's watching, no one's posting. Why do you think I should leave? I should leave, but I'm telling you guys something that's important to me, or I'm trying to. And then all of a sudden, my family, they're in Texas, right? My cousin turns around and says like something like "good night." Did I piss her off? She's telling me if I pissed her off, or is she gonna get shit faced tonight? I mean, I don't know what's going on. All I know is she asked what's for dinner. I said, "Oh, I'm live," and it's like, "What's for dinner?" I try to tell her, right? But here's the thing: 1 minute I'm fine, right? 1 minute I'm fine, honestly, right? Comments are coming. I'm answering questions, trying to explain Social Security. By the way, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Next minute, I'm like this. I'm happy, and then I go rock bottom. I mean, right now it's like my mood changed, rapidly. I mean, literally, that's how I feel. What the heck did I mean, literally, that's how I feel. I mean, people don't realize that I feel like, I mean, I give stimulus updates. People love their stimulus. They pray to God for their money, but praying to God, But now I'm like this. I'm like, I don't know. Where's my robe? Here it is. So anyways, let me tell you, okay? So, story for you all. So I'm sitting here, tired, exhausted. I start my day at nighttime. So I told my advisor, and yet, depressed, literally. You see, depressed. Not about tobacco, not about booze, just, and by the way, I'm not drinking, by the way, but depression. Why am I depressed? Don't know. But 1 minute I'm fine, the next minute I'm like tired and wanting to go to sleep for 4 hours and argue with Papa in the spirit world why I'm depressed or why I'm tired. Whatever the reason is, literally, whatever the reason is, right? Literally. I mean, this is me. I'm happy. I'm fine. I was like, is it because Chloe? Do I get depressed because Chloe? Yes. Do I drink because of Chloe? Partially, yes. Do I drink because my husband's dead? Partially, yes. But that's only when I want to binge drink. Question is, why? No one knows. Got 3 therapists I'm paying, and not one of them will tell me a damn thing. They just keep writing in their notes over and over, week by week, paying them. And I'm sitting there going, I told my one therapist, the one I have so much faith and trust in, I said, I should be fucking drinking whiskey while doing Zoom with you. And he says, you can. I said, because frankly, the other 2 motherfuckers I'm paying, they don't know anything. They're like, oh, psychiatry is a delicate issue. Or are you squeezing my tits and my hoo-ha while you're basically milking me as an ATM? You see, I've asked for help time and time again. Chloe knows it, but Chloe doesn't want to even try to help. She's got earbuds in going. And yet, I've asked people time and time again who have degrees, what the fuck does Chloe have? Is she bipolar? Is she autistic? They claim I'm autistic. Is she borderline? Does she have dicyclothymia, or whatever it's called, bipolar 3? Or is it bipolar 1, or is it bipolar 2? No one knows. And then I say, what's the difference between the two? I mean, literally. Bipolar 1 apparently, supposedly is, you have more negatives than positives, is what I understand from reading the DSM. You can be like 4 to 6 weeks or 6 months in a depressive state. Then you can be 18 months in a positive state. And then, whereas bipolar 2, it's more milder symptoms where you're more happier than sad. And then it roads is, and I don't know. But anyways, I keep asking people, right? And yet, it depresses me because one person like her, they say, oh, well, Chloe needs a group home because she can't even pick up after herself. Manager wants to evict us because Chloe won't clean. She thinks, oh, we can't be touched. Her mom, she calls her mom only when she wants to use her mom. Mom, they want to evict me because I can't clean. Next, mom's making a phone call, and we don't know the outcome, but your old mom doesn't want to deal with it. And yet my advocates, I finally just said, look, we'll send Chloe on a 2-day excursion or a 1-day excursion off island. I'll pay in my own pocket so you can go and have a day off island, and we'll get this place organized. And then we'll bring in a maid. She said, amen. It's time. I said, I'm tired of playing footsies, and I'm tired of getting ready to lose my home. I mean, garbage piled everywhere. I stack garbage out every day. The only time she goes and takes it out is when she walks the dog. Otherwise, literally, what type of person doesn't care about their living situation? Whether the toilet's not working, and then the manager's sending goons down here to be like, we got to make sure that there's no sewer gas leaking. And then I'm like, Smile, you're on camera. And they're like, and then I go to the manager, they're on camera. Why? Oh, well, the neighbor's complaining that there's a rotten smell coming into his bathroom. Toilet's broken, but Chloe won't let anyone in there. She doesn't want me to leave this house. She doesn't want anything. To me, what type of depression? And then, on all of this, probably got maybe 3 months of pure ramen to eat left before it goes bad. But guess what? It's my job. Chloe wanted it, then she reneged. She started eating all my hamburger and my ground meats and everything. And now all my happy-go-lucky skillet dishes in that box over there expire. But oh well, that's great. No one cares. And then it upsets me that no one can give me advice on what the fuck to do. You do one thing, you lose your house. You do another thing, you lose your house. You do a third thing, you lose your house. You ask for help, and they're like, same thing. Oh, well, which, by the way, what is the expiration date on these boxes? I'm curious. August 4th, 2020. A box of 30 of them. 30 of these. See? Gone. All because all the food was stuck in her room and she wouldn't let anyone go in there to get anything. And yet, people sit there and say to me, well, why are you complaining about it? Because, you know. And then I get depressed. I mean, one minute I'm like this, right? She throws a fit. I don't want anyone thinking I'm evil because you're not eating. My stomach is acting fucking up. Since fucking November, I've had soft consistency pudding-like turds, not rock hard. And anything I eat, it passes through me. I can eat an entire block of cheese, 10 pounds of cheese, and it'll pass through me in 18 hours. Won't even cork me up. Doctor says it's either cancer or IBS. And yet, literally, and then every time I turn around, right, I send her to go grocery shopping for me. I'm like, look, those brats were good. I'd like some more. Well, I'd have to go off island, and what happens? I'll get ingredients for manicotti. Goes out today, for example. Walks along. It's cool. I'm not complaining. I'm sleeping, passed out. Few shots of whiskey, tasted tasty, pretty damn good. You know the drill. Comes back, puts Pepsi on the table. 2-liter Pepsi for the bourbon. But where's the brats? And then I say to her, oh, don't worry about it. You know, I have a gold heart. Don't worry about it. Okay. Then later, I'm sitting around. She comes out before my appointment for my lady, you know, my helper. And my helper's like, don't you eat all good all the time? Not always. Some days I go and eat a piece of cheese. She says, you need 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day would make me fat. 2 meals a day would make me fat. 1 meal, little piece of cheese like this big, good and dandy when I don't want to eat liquid, 800 calories per manicotti, right? She's like, but you got to eat. Well, think of it. So we talked about the expired food and everything, and she's like, oh my God, you probably have almost $2,000 wasted boxed meals total. What did you do? Got rid of the cheese sauce and all my mac and cheese. It saved the noodles. That entire counter right there, piled to this top almost to the lower rack, is basically nothing but noodles. Macaroni noodles, elbow noodles. Well, I'll use them somehow, you know. So I always ask people, why am I depressed? No one knows. Why do I like to drink? It slows my brain down. That actually lets me relax in a mellow environment. Dad's like, oh, you need to get some pot. You know what pot does? Pot speeds my brain up. Literally speeds it up. Literally, no one knows. I've experimented with it. Doesn't work for me that well. I'll do it, but your old dad, he'll sit there and be like, I mean, I've seen him like literally over by the table going, and people like reverends would be like, Reverend John, are you okay? And he's like, Yeah, I'm fine. I just had a tickle in my throat. I'm looking at him on Zoom in a computer in a course, online Zoom course for religious, staring daggers at him, going, "You bastard! You did that under your desk where your head's only doing it. I know what you did." And then, later the minister's like, "Rita, I'd like to talk to you after the course." So Dad leaves, and the teacher's like, "Why were you? I don't understand. You were texting, and sometimes the chat box, the administrator sees it all. He's like, "What were you talking about?" I says, "I don't want to talk about it." I said, "I could tell you, but this between one-on-one." He says, "I give you my word, I won't say anything." I said, "Dad's head was under the desk because he was smoking his pot pipe. You don't know it because you might be against him." He's just sitting there laughing, going, "Oh my God, I should have picked up on it. Don't worry, he's not trouble." I'm like, "Yeah, he doesn't want me vaping. He wants me to leave my camera off every chance I get because I might be going, and some old biddy might not like me." And then I'm like, "Dude, what would I told the Reverend, I said, what if I was fucking drinking a pint glass? Would you guys care?" "No, we're all good with it." Literally, Dad's like, "Can't do pot, can't drink, can't do this, can't do that." I mean, I'm literally fucking tired of things. Literally, who gives this guy the power, my father-in-law, by the way, I love him dearly, to play God and say, "The Mormon religion's wrong. They're wrong, Rita, they're wrong." The Book of Mormon might have some flaws in it, yes. But how can we not tell the Mormons that is false doctrine and you can't read it? No. I got a copy. The old man won't even touch it now. I got a Jehovah Witnesses only Bible, their own printed Bible. Dad says that's full of sin. I got another book that Dad was quoting that's evil. The Quran. Literally, I get tired of these things. Bible courses I do with him. He turns around, literally. Then he yells at me, "Is that a bottle of whiskey? Are you drinking?" Well, what would you do, Dad, in this perspective? You were there in the meeting when they were talking about restraining orders. You knew where that went to. Well, technically, yes, but, I mean, literally, when will these people learn that there's got to be some kind of give and take and budge? Literally. One advocate's basically waiting on lawyers. Lawyers keep telling them, "Can't do this, can't do that, can't do this." Another advocate goes and talks to the manager. Manager says, "Can't do this, can't do that, gotta do this, gotta do that." In the meantime, we might just evict anyways because Chloe's loudmouth, tempered, and the place stinks. Meanwhile, I'm running around in the evenings for about 4 hours before my gaming, doing everything I can. Next morning, I wake up, looks like tornado went through, or Twister Boy, whatever is it? That Looney Tune guy. The Tasmanian Devil, that little spinning thing, I mean, literally. Literally, and I'm trying to make myself laugh right now, but you guys get the idea. I mean, literally. And people sit there and say to me, "Well, 1 minute you're fine, now you're like in the bottom of the well." Why? I ask people that all the time. Why? Not one damn person, not even my own therapist that gets more of my money every month, can tell me why. Yeah. I mean, literally, how does it feel to basically wake up, right? You're feeling all energy, right? People say, "Oh, I wish I had your energy." And all of a sudden, you make one long stinking word or sound, and literally, you're basically ripped from the throat and basically like, "Hey, Higgies, it's about time you showed up, man. Another moderator here now. What's up?" Yeah, the repairman ain't gonna get in. I mean, literally, she doesn't care. That's the thing. She's in her room like, this is her right now. This is her. Sitting in her panties. That's it, just panties. Sitting there with the door closed, which I knock all the time. She's like, I mean, literally. The reason I went in there to check on her is she's got a half-gallon of rum. She claims, and not any rum, Malibu rum, the flavored rum, the Malibu, the coconut. So she's drinking a half-gallon of coconut going. So I go in there and I start drinking, and she goes, no. I mean, literally. I mean, what type of life is it? I mean, literally. A mood disorder? Who's got the mood disorder? This is you. This is Higgins' brain on the problem with the unemployment office. And today there was a nuclear explosion in a little town in Michigan. Or is it Minnesota? Whatever it is. Where a guy named T.J. Higgins, who worked with Magnum P.I., Thomas Magnum, and his head exploded because the unemployment was confusing. Large nuclear explosion over that little town, and there's nothing, Michigan, and there's nothing left in the little town of Michigan because his head exploded and caused a nuclear reaction that's now wiped out. Look, Higgins, give it to God, man. Let God sort it out for you. Let God worry about it. Thing is, I've tried to let God sort out my things with Chloe. It's hard. It literally is fucking hard. But you're going to have to trust me and give it to God. That's one problem that God will get through to you soon. Just let him work his miracle. That's all I ask. So, back to my story. All right. Higgins knows how I feel. I talked to him the other night. He was the only one commenting the one night. Right, Higgs? And so it was like, 6 in the morning or something? You should have went to bed, man. Anyways, so if I'm going to be still here, it'll be for another hour. And then I got to leave because Daryl pops. So I'm going to set a timer, okay? So, Alexa, set a timer 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
And then I'm going to be calling my dad real quick because I need to find out real quick from him. Love my dad, by the way. It's just a father-in-law. He's just annoying at times. Why he's taking a course and to find out if he should be ready around 9:30. By the way, just to let you all know, my regular pending benefits, my monthly benefits for the 3rd is pending. Stimulus ain't. And no one knows why. And now I get to deal with this piece of crap. Talking about the phone, not you guys. Yeah, government debt. Give me a second, everyone. Just want to call Dad real quick if this works. Find out about tonight. The time frame. 9:30 is it or 9:45? Hey, Dad. Yeah, sorry to bother you. I just wanted to check on the timestamp for tonight. I just am double checking. 9:30 or is it 9:45 that I get on Zoom or send you the whatever watch party? I want to make sure we're on the same page. Since you already checked your email this morning, I would assume you would have sent me something, but said it was something about the Gnostics.
Well, I didn't see that I needed to say anything.
Well,
But, you sent me an email about Chloe, and I replied to it.
oh yeah, and you're taking a Gnostic course tomorrow? That was something I was curious about. I have the Gnostic Bible. I mean,
It's a class on
Oh. Oh, so would you like? Okay, so I get it now. Cool. Besides that, you probably didn't think I wanted. So it's all in Greek, huh? So they're talking in Koine Greek. No wonder why. Okay, okay, I see what you're saying. So they're going to be they're English speaking. They're going to be talking more about it in the Greek manuscript. Okay, because
The reason I said it to you is apparently that if you go back to the group,
yeah.
you end up getting like all the manuscripts.
Yeah, well, so hold on a sec. So let me just sit here for a second. So you're looking at the Gnostic of James, you said, or is that the one you're studying? Huh. It must be in the back of the Gnostic Bible because, frankly, I mean, you.
Gnostic Bible. Wait. Gnostic Bible. A bunch of manuscripts. And some people have found some of those manuscripts and called it the Gnostic Bible. There was no such thing as the Gnostic Bible.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think if you're going to read something good that's 20 pages, the Gospel of Judas is really good. The Gospel of Judas, in my opinion, is just really great, in my opinion. I mean, have you ever read the Gospel of Judas?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty damn good then. So. Well, anyways, the reason I just wanted to double check. So, do you want me to have you ready around 9:45 with your coffee and everything? That should give you plenty of time.
I got 16 minutes of Rachel and 20 minutes of local news.
Okay.
So 16 and 20.
It's 36.
Now I should be pretty.
So around 9:15 then, about my time.
Yeah. So let's say.
Well, yeah, because usually you always keep your coffee. You make your coffee, forget about it or something. The story goes. So, did you get over to Target yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, what was it? What was it?
Change some kind of security. But 40 minutes of wasted time.
Yeah, well, that's weird because my Windows has got it basically where it's actually no auto updates. I got auto updates fucking turned off, so technically I don't trust updates like that because I wouldn't even know where to begin if my computer was useless. I mean, literally, I hope they got a.
I've got it turned on because you're professional. I know. So that you get better virus protection from Microsoft than any of the add-on products. He says just let Microsoft handle it. He says take your updates. So I did.
Yeah, well, with me, I use Avast. I have disabled the Microsoft thing. I don't trust Microsoft. Microsoft sends a lot of your crap out anyways. Their spyware to the government. So I've just disabled it. Hell, I've disabled Cortana. I've disabled this. I've disabled that. I just don't trust the government. I mean, literally, you think you're.
My story was this wasted all of the free time I had for going to the grocery store. So I did not go to the grocery store because of Microsoft.
Well, how about you try to get the grocery store to deliver it to you? You must have some delivery service there. Why don't you just use the delivery service?
You got to pay for it or tip for it, and I'll just go out tomorrow and do it. But it pisses me off because this is the third day in a row I've had no breakfast because I don't have any donuts. That's what I usually have for breakfast.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you a story about food, okay? Since you want to talk about food, right? So this morning, right, I had that meeting with Melissa. She's setting me up with the maid service. So I talked to her. Chloe's gonna go somewhere else, right? So, anyways, this morning, right, I'm sitting around. I finish up an update on YouTube, and I figure, there's not gonna be any updates. So I'm watching part one and part two again of that movie. You know, Chloe calls it living on cornbread and Johnny cakes. That's what she calls corn dodger videos because she likes to make fun of the Mormons. But anyway, so I'm drinking a little whiskey, you know, to unwind before bed, right? And Chloe says, I'll make sure to get you another 2-liter Pepsi and I'll get the other ingredients to make dinner tonight. I said, oh, cool, yeah. Saturday night, there was no dinner pretty much. Sunday night, there wasn't much dinner. Monday, she takes some ground Chipotle sausages. It's like, you know, actually, it's like hamburger. Slaps it in a hot dog bun, tells me to eat it. The thing tasted like shit. So bad, I couldn't stomach it. So I had a piece of cheese last night. So she's like, well, you know, it's late. You know, we can't get pizza, right? Okay, no problem. I don't want, you know, she's like, oh, I don't want to walk 2 miles round trip. I don't blame her. So, you know, but tonight she throws a fit on YouTube like, you're making me look bad because you're not eating. It's like my stomach is fucking acting up still. And also, Melissa was asking me today about that ramen stack in my room. She says, well, before it goes bad, you can take what you want and donate the rest. She says, we got people who will gladly eat it, even though Chloe paid for it. Chloe refuses. So Chloe's like, I don't want that shit whole fucking ramen. So I'm eating ramen so much that my body's tired of it. And you know the salt content. So I was like, you know, I wouldn't mind, you know, Dad, a sandwich or something. But, you know, the time's frame, the restaurant's closed. So Chloe's like, oh, you're going to spend all your night drinking. No, I'm not. I'm not even touched anything. I just, you know, I think I'm lightly depressed. And, you know, the reason for it, Dad, is, you know, I was happy earlier, now I'm depressed. And, you know, I'm getting tired of ramen. I mean, literally. I mean, most of our canned goods are for emergencies, you know, and with the food shortages online, and it's getting harder to get canned goods. What am I supposed to eat? So I'm punishing. You could say I'm semi punishing myself because everything I want to eat, Chloe gobbles up anyways. So she was gonna go out today. Moral of the story. And when she went to get the Pepsi, she was gonna get the sauces so we can make manicotti. Comes back, she's like, I get up, and I finally asked her, where's the sauce so we can do it? She goes, ew, I forgot. I'll do it tomorrow. She was getting ready to run out, and I'm like, don't worry about it. So she got combative and angry. It's like, look, I say don't worry about it. Why worry about fucking 2 sauces? If you go out tomorrow, you go out tomorrow. What's the fucking point of worrying about it? That's what you keep telling me. Oh, by the way, I opened up the other day at the bottom of my chips, right? My Frito chips, right, Dad? Guess what I found in it? A string. No, in the bag, in my Cheetos. A string in the bottom of the bag. I pulled it out and I was like, what the fuck? I was chewing on the last of my Cheetos and I found out there was a string in my chips. I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? I mean, I get all the luck, you know, but still, you know. But I thought I'd share that with you. Maybe I'm just a little upset because there's not. And then, you know, Chloe's throwing a fit about dinner. And I'm like, well, I'll just eat a piece of my milk jerky, you know, that'll be dinner. She thinks that's not good, you know. And besides that, she wants those jalapenos, those stuffed jalapenos. Time she gets around to them, jalapenos will be completely bad because she didn't fucking get the sausage. Yeah. And then she'll be fucking yelling at me for it. It's like, you have a choice to get up and do these things and get everything you need. Instead, oh, I didn't think about it. I mean, she's already thinking that Melissa's out to get her. Which, by the way, Melissa said her mom ripped her a new one 8 ways from Sunday, apparently. And that was something I didn't tell Chloe. Melissa's like, yeah, Colleen just went for the throat. You don't put my baby a restraining order. You know, so it's just complicated. So, but anyways, like I said, you know, do you think my depression's caused by a very little lack of things appealing to me on the food spectrum, or is it something else? Well, I am.
Stress,
Why would I be angry, Dad? Why? Because she didn't pick up a sauce from Manicotti's? I mean, come on. That wouldn't be a good... Well, not really. I'm just telling you a story. That she basically said it wasn't on her mind today. Yeah, I'm not angry. I'm more impressed. Because I can't live on ramen alone. You know the old saying, man can't live on bread alone, but every word of God. Well, man can't live on ramen alone, but have every word of God. You should know that one by now, and you keep telling me to give it to God, so I always give it to God. So, anyways, I better let you go back to your TV. We can talk about this after or before the second session of that sermon you're doing. Is this a new one we're watching, or is it? Because I think we finished part 8. Okay, so we got the last one to do. All right, I'll see you then. And I'll be ready around 9:30 then. All right, bye-bye. Love you. Son of a bitch. Son of a fucking bitch. So you guys heard that, right? So I tell him the story, right, about how Chloe has a brain fart, right? He turns around, he says, there's a psychiatrist. You know, he's got a doctorate in psychology and psychiatry. He applied it in computer science. He says, as a psychiatrist, Rita, any therapist would tell you, and I'm looking at it, it's anger. Do I look angry? Do I fucking look angry? I mean, literally, what the fuck do I have angry for? Well, what should I be angry for? Think of it. I mean, literally, why should I be fucking angry, huh? Oh, you're angry because of Chloe. Really, Dad, I'm angry about Chloe? I know you too well. You're not depressed, really. One minute I'm happy, next you know, oh no, you're angry. You know what angers me, I'll tell you? When a guy like him turns around and says, I have the doctorate degrees, and yet I tell him, man can't live on ramen alone, but every word of God. And he turns around and says, I need to learn more on scriptures. You're outdoing me. I'm ordained with 5 churches. I spend so much time on my spare time doing scriptures. I know these things. Yet he turns around and says, you're angry. You're just plain angry. Yes, are you spying over there? I see your head bobbing. Would you like to say something? We're talking about something different. Nah. Okay, cool.
And now you're gonna go up to the gas station getting gas before it's closed.
Oh, okay. That might be a good thing. Maybe grab a snack or something too.
For you?
Yeah, I don't know. They don't have any heated food this time of night.
They don't.
And everything's closed now.
Even at this late night, heated food, if they had any, would taste rubbery because they prep it in the morning. There's only one time they prep food, and it's the morning.
You know, I've always wanted to know, the gas station you usually buy your crap at, I noticed they put in a freezer section recently. What type of frozen foods do they have? Just out of curiosity. I don't see them selling family-sized Doritos.
Pizza pockets, pizza rolls, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my pizza pockets went bad. Anyways, I'll tell you guys a story in a minute, all right? So, anyways. So Dad turns around. So let me ask you this before you slip out, just out of being nosiness. Which gas station did you get the shithole IPAs from? I can't stomach that crap.
Oh, that was the big store. The little store might have I think the little store has the ones you like.
Yeah, well, I'm just curious because those porters are what I like, and right now it just... I just think those porters taste better than the fucking, but this ain't about running the beer either. I just had to ask where you got it. The IPAs made me sick. So, what are we talking about? Bunny looking for a kiss? Oh, yeah, Higgins. Bunny's looking for a kiss. Let's give Bunny a kiss. Come here. Hi. Oh, yeah, you're so cute. You're so cute. Look at him. Look at him. Just don't tear my hair up. You're always tearing my hair up. I'm trying to see. You said Bunny wants kiss. So does Bunny get kiss, Higgins? Look at him. He's the cuddler, I tell you. I love Dutch Dwarfies. Oh. Come here. Kiss mama? See, when you say kiss mommy, he'll start to pull out his tongue and start giving me a bath. Like now. Hi. Come here. Go on in. Be a good little boom boom. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, Bun Bun. Let's see. Oh, wow. So we're all talking about something. Look at this. 13 people, only Big and Higgins is commenting. See, you guys are all boring. I mean, look, this is why I said I shouldn't even be doing YouTube vids anymore. It's either stimulus updates where all these people want their money, or they just bail on us. I mean, what Dad says, and I'm angry over depression. Son of a bitch, I tell you. Son of a fucking bitch. No, I didn't say you guys were boring, brother. I said that the other people were boring. You and you and Big aren't boring. Okay, I was saying that everyone around, look at it. Look at it. Look, 13 people, okay? 12 people, 11 people, okay? Let's get to the crux of the problem here, the true fucking truth here, okay? Aliza Noka likes my fucking truth. Let me tell you, if it isn't stimulus related, how many fucking Joes are fucking spying on us? How many fucking Joe crackpots are spying on us? Don't toss your food. Come here. I mean, look, we all count, but do you see how many people aren't there? Let me tell you something. If it isn't stimulus related, no one cares. It's got to be a selective few people for their hobby. Think of it. Do you see anyone really literally caring? I mean, literally, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of it. You know, Pee-wee was right. Maybe I should fucking take a break completely. You know, no offense to Pee-wee, but she's right. I mean, think of it. Think of it from my point of view. Maybe I should take a break. Don't you guys think so? I mean, think. I mean, look. Let me tell you a story. Earlier today, I love Cam dearly. He's a brother, just like you two are as well. He wanted to talk about military and war or something. I was focusing on stimulus payments. But if I'm not focusing on stimulus payments and I'm not focusing on mental illness, then what am I got to focus on? You see, topic was mental illness, and I was telling Dad, you know, I'm depressed. He's like, I don't see depression, I see anger. Well, okay, let's talk about the anger then. If he claims I'm angry, okay, why the fuck would I be angry, huh? Why would I? Let's talk about. You tossed your food again. See, instead of basically getting angry at a rabbit, I just be like, you know what? You just give him a kiss. But no, why would I be angry, huh? I asked that on the phone. You heard me. Am I angry because of no dinner? I don't think so. Am I angry because, am I depressed because of no dinner? That's what I said. No answer. He just says, oh, you're depressed. You're angry. Do I look fucking angry? Literally, why would I be angry, huh? I'm not drinking. I asked Chloe a specific question, right? Where'd you get the Reuben Porter? I think we were at the little store. The IPA sucked. I was going to say, I got some money on my card. Pick me up a couple of bottles and I'll pay for it. Let her fucking. Then I can replace the IPAs. I can dump this fucking shithole one down the drain. The IPA, it's in the fridge. I really don't want the IPA. I'd rather open it, drain it, and put it in the sink and say, not touching IPAs. I'm not an IPA person. Look, I got an advocate coming in that's going to do all the organizing. Food, everything. Problem is Dad's like, well, you're upset because of Chloe. I'm going to have a dip, by the way. I'm going to use the big Texas can. So I told Chloe, right? She's like, what are you going to do for dinner? I said, well, I'll get some. You're going down to get some antacids. I said, grab a couple bags of Cheetos and some cheese dip. I'll just dip the Cheetos in the cheese dip. What do you guys think of that for dinner? No, Ebony's pretty big. Bacon, mommy. I mean, look at the one lady basically said that it was too weird the other day, right? I'm out of here. It's too weird because the bunny and you're singing as the bunny. Big fucking deal. I had to do something. You know, the secret about cheese dip, Peggy, and I'll tell you this, is Chloe's supposedly lactose intolerant. She'll handle cheese, she'll smell cheese, but she won't fucking touch cheese. You give her some, like, bean dip, she'll eat it all. By the way, what do you guys think, Peggy? This is a can of dip. This is a can of Grizzly Wintergreen compared to a can of Skull. I was going to have some Wintergreen tonight, but anyways, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I might have to write her a note so she can remember. Cheetos and cheese dip. Hell, you take the cheese dip, right? I'll show you a trick. Do we have any more cheese dip? Negative, Captain. We have no more cheese dip. I repeat, we have no more cheese dip. That'll burn my bunghole. Eat a little bit of that fucking shit, you'll be burning your bunghole for a month. I'll be like, my bunghole. Actually, it might be 6 months with that Reaper sauce in there unopened. I will not touch Reaper salsa. The hell is in this? Smells good. Oh, that's that mint coffee I put in here. They say once coffee starts to get white mold, you don't touch it. You do not touch it for the life of you. So I guess we have all these things. Ooh. I'm all right. All right. Well, there we go. So Chloe wants to go down to the store before they close. I was like, you know what? I'll take a snack. I'll send her with my card. Maybe I'll get some Cheetos and cheese dip. Regular Fritos and cheese dips too. You get that salsa con queso. Oh man, that's good. You just keep doing it. What you do is you go to the store, right? Talking about the store, right? So let me tell you what's really good for dinner, okay? So anyways, have a seat for a minute. You're going out anyway.
What do you mean?
Whoa, yeah, that's
I'm actually. What is it?
Well, I'm gonna start calling you G's if you're gonna be at attitude.
I'm not sorry with the plug out. I didn't mean it that way. What did you want to tell me?
Yeah, you go poop and pee.
Yeah, he did.
Hi.
I'll go right out.
Hi. Come here. Everyone wants to frickin' see him. Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? My name is Moppy. Hey, Mom, have you ever thought of seeing about those if they had frozen hamburgers? Yeah. Or maybe she's got to go all the way down there. Maybe we can see Haley's and they'll grab a burger there. I don't want Haley's. Haley's sucks and they're too expensive. Well, Herb's is open. Their kitchen closed at 7. You gotta be fucking kidding me. How the fuck am I supposed to feed myself? I need to feed my belly. Dry kibble does not work. Yeah, she does. She cuts the fucking mustard. There was a story once about my great grandmother, Frances Elizabeth. Anyways, her daughter, who was a billionaire, she died recently, turned around, looked at a guy in a store, one of those fancy schmancy things. I think it was like Hyman's in Ohio, and said, "Are you the guy that cuts the cheese?" And everyone laughed because he had a cheese knife. He was cutting cheese, and she's like, everyone got a chuckle from that one. Yeah. It wasn't Giant Eagle. It was the other one, the wealthy one, for the wealthy people. Come here. Why are you trying to get down for me? What did I do, huh? You just sit here, huh? You're being a grump. Old man's 10 years old. Come on, grumpy. Man, that stinks. The toilet's broken. Hey, look at that. Hey, how goes it? See, let's see. See, he's behind cage, so you can't even think about it. Huh? That's Ebony. See? Even Chloe's not even paying attention. Hey, Chloe, do you see this?
What's what?
This? You should.
Number 2.
Well, fine. The cage door is closed and Moppy's really getting close to Ebbs. It's just a bunny. Yeah. That's just a rabbit. His name's Ebony. Look, you don't get the bunny. There he goes. He's grumpy now. Look, we can't have you eating little bunnies. Hockey puck. Does he get the cheese? Hockey puck. Hoping the unemployment comes in because my car mechanic service station told me 10-year-old tires need replacement. No, Moppy's saying, I don't want a bunny kiss. Moppy's saying, I want to eat the bunny. Random dude, I think I've lost my ability to so that's the same way with me, random dude. I mean, think about it. I go on YouTube, right? Because everyone needs stimulus check updates, right? But I mean, literally, do you know how much time I get out? Let me tell you a story, okay? Welcome, by the way, to the party, random dude. So the other day, right? The other day, there he goes again with the bunny, the food. Come here. Your food goes in the corner, and you eat it. So the other day, right? Quarantine started in March of last year, right? No problems, right? Random dude. All of a sudden, nothing wrong. April came, stimulus came, stockpiled everything we needed. Thought, okay, cool, we're good. May came, people started wanting more stimulus. They ran out. June came, really wanting more money. Everyone's bitching. We need monthly things. We're going to be out of a pandemic, right? Then they ran out. Remember, they were out for like 6 months of unemployment, all this crap, right? So they're sitting there bitching, griping, complaining. Meanwhile, my family comes out from Oregon, up to Oregon to visit me in July. Then they leave. 3 days visiting, 4 days visiting, they leave, right? I go back into my hole right here. August comes, my birthday, have a great little birthday dinner, that's about it. September, celebrate my mother's birthday again. People are like, oh, we need more stimulus. Meanwhile, only interaction I'm doing. Well, you missed it. Ebony and Moppy was, oh, so you're leaving, huh? You didn't even ask me if I needed something.
What'd you need?
I was thinking about getting a jar or two of that salsa con queso, the cheese dip, the glass jar. And if they have it, regular Frito scoops. Also, my regular cheese chips, I like, those sour cream ones. So grab several bags of chips for me and see if they got some of that Porter Reuben. I'll have beer and chips for dinner. What else? Oh, and Cheetos. I can write down a list for you, but you should be able to remember it. Frito scoops, no Fritos, not cheese thing. Couple jars of the con queso stuff. Cards in her purse, by the way, and a bag of Cheetos. I just want multiple jars of that cheese sauce, but I want to make sure you got it. She wasn't listening. She's more interested in the fucking frozen sandwich she can get at the frozen section in the whatchamacallit, Anyways, I'm going to do a dip before I leave. Dad's going to be pestering me soon. To do a third Corn Dodger movie, I'd rather be fucking drinking whiskey right now, but I can't because Dad forbids me. That's the thing. I hate being under someone's thumb at times. He's like, oh, well, you got to study the Book of God and you need to be a good Christian and You've been unemployed since 2013, brother. Why don't you just go apply for disability? Your disability is probably keeping you, whatever. Besides that, might be time to retire anyways, Higgins. See, that's what I love about Chloe. She doesn't even listen to people. I mean, I speak my mind. I told Dad I'm semi-depressed, right? He thinks it's anger. But then when I want to talk to you guys about it, all makers, most of the makers suck, man. I like how he's like, unlock all the makers. Really? No one cares. What's this? Apartment on wheels is what it says. Now that would be cool. Let me see this. A rolling apartment. A rolling apartment? Yeah, like a travel trailer, 37 foot. Well, that's cool. I came in with something else. I'm afraid I might have to set up a GoFundMe one of these days if I get evicted for a trailer and truck just to live. Jokingly, of course, everyone knows. The other day I was joking about GoFundMe for booze, just as a joke. Thought I'd be funny, but you guys, someone took offense to it. So I'm checking the comments real quick. So Trish says, sorry, I'm coming in late. That's about it. No news is bad news. Yeah, I would. You qualify, man. I mean, think of it. You've been unemployed since 13. I mean, dude, that's 8 fucking years. You could live a lot better, healthier life if you got on disability. You don't need to have a judge. You know how Social Security works? Do you really want me to tell you? You go to the Social Security office or you call online. They send some guy to call you or a lady. The lady gets all your information, sets up a case file, right? Then, when they call back, you tell them every clinic and doctor's office you went to, right? And whether it be therapists, doctors, family, whatever, they all help you out, right? First time through, denied. Second time through, approved. Chloe, of course, took 4 years. That's why she got so much damn money. Yeah, I'm still wondering where her money damn is, you know? Anyways. She only spends money when I'm not around. I was trying to think of something. Oh, I know what it was. I was going to go over to that one website real quick. Since you guys are all not talking. 14 people, no comments. You know I'm going to be leaving soon. I got my computer restarted next. Sounds cool, man. One kick at a time, yep. Pretty much. Juan, welcome to the club. Mine's only pending 2, no stimulus. Excuse me for a second. Where's that book? There it is. Looks like I'm gonna need this again. Oh, looks like I need this again. Let me see. Well, we know this, Juan. I mean, you don't need to tell me. We already know there's no stimulus. Let me ask you a question, Juan. Honestly, give me your honest opinion. What are you going to do with your stimulus money? Are you desperately needing it? Should be living in subsidized housing, man. Rent's always paid. I don't worry. God's with me. Oh yeah, I better restart my computer shortly. Yeah. Yeah, subsidized 30% of your rent. There's websites out there. Tell you exactly how much your rent is. Here you go. Yeah, well, maybe you need to change. I pay $607 for this 2-bedroom. The only thing I have to pay is the electric bill, which is about $180 a month. Anyways, I better start my computer real quick, restart it. For the movie in a few minutes. Dad's gonna want the television show. Okay, so I'll look at this while we're waiting. No, I'm on subsidy. I've been on subsidy housing for since 2005. There we go. Electric bill's a little high where I live, but it's the price you pay to live in a small little apartment like this for quietness, peace, quiet. Anyone have anything to say? Yeah, it's Windows 7, man. You must hear everything on my computer. Looks like I'll be doing a wedding and professional photography at the wedding too. So not only as the minister, but the photographer. It doesn't drive me nuts because it only works once a day, dude. I reset it every 24 hours for Dad's movies. The other day I told you about that little problem, right, Higgins? I was on Zoom. He's got this video going, right? And all of a sudden, my computer goes and goes, and all of a sudden, this blue screen came on. It says Windows shut down unexpectedly to protect your computer. It was doing this countdown on the bottom, like a memory dump or something. I asked Dad, and he's like, anyone as a computer programmer would tell you, you wouldn't understand what the logs would mean. You'd have to have a computer expert go through them. So he's like, it ain't gonna work, you know. My Windows 10, there is no sound. All right. Gonna live on corn, Dodgers, and Johnny Cakes. So yeah, well, I like my computer to let me know it's restart so I can actually, because once it's done, then I got to go over turn off Wi-Fi on my desktop as usual because it's hardwired. So I don't know how hardwired, and I've always wondered if it's on wireless and hardwired at the same time. Does that mean it's got faster connection or is it slower connection? I've always thought to ask Dad about it, but he wouldn't know, Oh well, who knows, right? I'm not really a big fan of mint flavored tobacco. Or I'm a whiskey kind of girl. Johnny Cakes and Dodgers. Oh well. Okay, so now I just gotta get the movie set up. Mute. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, I better plug that in too. Charge that up for a bit. Make the switch whole. Because I want to use it soon. While Dad's doing his thing, I want to do my gaming. Well, I'm already hardwired in at 1 gig download on my desktop, so I can't complain. It's just my video card's got been 2 gigs and kind of chugs at times. Alright, so let's go over here to Johnny Cakes. No, I don't want that. So coming to America. Here we go. Living on cornbread and Dodgers. Watch party again. Coming to America. Amazon must not be liking me and Dad doing these free movies all the time. Watch party, copy link, go to chat, over here, go to email, send it out to Poppy. I hate this. Sometimes I don't like these movies. Times with him. I'd rather be gaming, There we go. So, anyways, it's all set up now. Just go wait for Dad. In the meantime, well, I can't delete the wireless. That thing, it's a wireless card. It's actually built on. It's actually a card that's inside one of the PCI slots, so I can't just disable it. So I just leave it in there, and I just go and switch it anyways. Now the wireless on this one's completely set to hardwired, so my desktop's on hardwire. So, but anyways, Higgins, it looks like it's just you and I talking. I think I insulted Juan, which I didn't mean to, so I guess this will be my cue to disappear soon because I have to use the toilet and I got to get ready for Dad movie time. So, you know how it is. Well, I'm not going to go disable it Windows 7. Sorry to say, man, I'm just going to leave it go. So, but anyways, I better go since there's no one commenting. Maybe tomorrow we'll get lucky with a pending. I will do an update for pending in about an hour. You guys know the drill. Around 10:30, I will get on here and I will update your update on if a stimulus check is pending for the 1st. Otherwise, you'll keep watching for pending. So hopefully tomorrow things will be better and I get one update and there's no more stimulus updates. Everyone's already clickbaiting anyway, so you know how it is. So for the rest of you out there, I got to use the toilet and get ready to go for Dad. So please, please, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Just hit that pound up sign. Thanks for watching, everyone, and God bless you in everything you do.